What's going on, everybody? Kenny Dubs here with a Mega Man X dive video, though this video is going to be a bit different this time. So a lot of members of the community are aware, but we are not getting the free pulls like the Taiwan version did for Halloween Ale. Those of you that are unaware, I believe it was 8 free pulls across 8 days, so it was like 1 pull a day. And we're not getting that in global, which is very, very unfortunate. And because we're not getting them, a lot of people seem to be upset about this, which I guess rightfully so, because the Taiwan version is supposed to be getting it and we're not getting it. And we had been told that our version of the game would be better when possible, which us not getting the free pulls is a direct downgrade. However, one of the things I want to talk about is like some of the reactions that people have to this, and maybe what we could do as a community to try and get this resolved. So some people have actually said what we need to do is essentially start harassing Nebula Joy, which we should not do that. You know, they said we need to flood their social media with our complaints in an angry fashion, and it's kind of just like taking out your pitchforks and just harassing them. But that's not what we should do at all. If anything, that would probably just kill the game even more, because realistically, if you think about it, if they start getting harassed by their player base, what reason do they have to keep running the game? Like, they could just drop it. But also, that's just not a good thing to do in general. Like, don't go around harassing people. And then from that, some people have said, oh, well, we're not getting free pulls because they're racist, and I just don't understand how you came to that conclusion. But that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about how we can help make our game better, right? And the topic of discussion, what a lot of people seem to agree upon, and I agree upon as well, is probably speaking with our wallets, or at the very least, voicing your concerns in a coherent manner, knowing what we want, and submitting feedback to them. Now, a lot of feedback probably will not get read or taken into account. However, what we can do is we can email them, and I think we can actually, okay, we can't submit feedback directly like I thought through the app, but there is an email we can contact. If I can find it, I will, I guess I'll put it in the description of this video, or maybe put it on screen. But what I was thinking about earlier was speaking with our wallets is those of us who have, who do spend on the game, we could just stop buying EMs or stop buying things in game, as that will start to get the message across, like, hey, we're not okay with the things that have been going on. This is just the latest thing that's happened, by the way, which a lot of people are upset about. And them being a company, first and foremost, speaking with our wallets would probably be the most effective way to do so. Now, the problem with attempting to speak with our wallets is we have to get, if we could get everyone, that'd be great, to stop spending and stop pulling. However, that's extremely unlikely to happen. So if we get a large amount of us to on board with this, submitting feedback via maybe the Facebook page, maybe via email, and not spending on the game, I think that would be a step in the right direction to get them to get their attention and get them to listen to us. However, like I said, we need a large amount of us to do so. Otherwise, maybe like 5% of the player base no longer spending isn't going to say much of anything to them. So if we could maybe reach out to the higher paying players, or maybe the whales in a majority of the community, to let them know, hey, we're going to plan to stop doing this until hopefully something changes for the better, for the game. That would be ideal. So as I previously mentioned, ideally we get a lot of people on board with this. I know some people are not going to be on board simply because their favorite units are coming up and they're going to pull for their favorite units no matter what. So there's no way we can get everyone on board with this. However, if we can get a good amount of the community on board, I think we can start taking steps in the right directions so that we can be heard. Again, do not harass, do not chastise anyone that's still opting to go for polls or spend on the game. And more importantly, don't harass the devs, guys. Like, I'm saying this specifically to the people that are out there to harass the devs, right? Like, I know not everyone's going to be out there. It's like, oh, this game sucks, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And like talking about, like, oh, you guys are racist, all like this, that, and the third. But for the people that are out there like that, just stop. Just don't. You're not going to make it any better for any of us. If anything, you're actively making it worse. But hopefully going forward the game will get better. If it does not, I do not see the global version of Mega Man X Dive really staying alive all that much longer. Like myself, as a big Mega Man fan, I'm very hesitant to tell my friends that are Mega Man fans as well to play the global version. I'd rather tell them to just go play the Taiwan version, especially because it is available in English. Now, obviously, the Taiwan version isn't perfect, but I do believe that it's in a much better state than the global version currently. Like, it still has its own share of bugs, some shared with the global version and others not shared with the global version. But it is what it is. Nothing can be perfect. Anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts down below, what you think we should do. Maybe there's something else we can organize as a community or something to try and make this game better, because like I said, I really enjoy this game. Like I just inherently like Mega Man, right? I put a lot of time into this game already. This account's level 90, just playing on global alone, and then I have another account, my Taiwan account. It just hit level 93, and I've only been playing that account for 35-ish days. I've been playing this account for I've been on this account for 76 days. So a little over 2 months I've been playing this game. So I put a lot of time into this as well. I've spent on this game casually, very casually. Like I bought 2 months of the battle pass thing, and I just purchased my second month of the daily packs as well recently. So ideally this game does well. I want this game to do well. That's really it. I love Mega Man. I want this game to do well. Like, I'm enjoying this game. Worst comes to worst, I guess we drop global and go to Taiwan version, or at least that's where I'll stay, because I already played both versions. I know not everyone will want to do that, because you might have invested a lot of time into this version of the game already, but well, if things keep continuing to go downhill, then there's not much point in playing this, in my eyes, realistically. Like, if things are just gonna get worse and worse, I'm just gonna stop. It's like that. Like I said, worst case to worst, I'll just stop playing. I just wasted a bunch of time on this game. It's like, oh well, I'll move on to something else. I'd rather not do that, but if it comes to that, it comes to that. Anyway, interested in seeing what you guys' thoughts are on this scenario, and it doesn't have to be specifically this scenario. It could be the other things that have been going on, like, kind of in the background as well. Like, because I think this is just the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Because we've had a lot of other issues with the game, but this is the one where everyone's like, all right, now we need to make our voices heard now this time. Just because we've had a lot of other issues. But that's it for this video, and hopefully next Mega Man X Dive video I'll be able to see you guys on a much lighter note later.